Hello traders, this is Rich Derrick from tradesight. This is a look at the market leading stocks via our proprietary scans for the coming session. This is going to be for Wednesday, May 8th, 2013. Got kind of a bifurcated session going here. It's mostly strong, but the Nasdaq is about flat right now. You can see we've got a couple of buy signals and a couple of sell signals here, but on balance, not really seeing a whole lot of strength. Have a couple of volume bumps here. EA Entertainment Arts is about 3% below the day's open on increased volume. Also, Adobe is pretty decently below the day's open, down about 1.5% below the day's open on a volume bump. First Solar is having a tough day after they reported their earnings and gave guidance. That's 6.5% below the day's open on a bit of a volume bump. So we're going to see a very bearish candle on that tomorrow. BlackBerry, BBRY, has a downside CPS sell signal. It's trading decent volume and it's well below the day's open and about 1% below the day's VWAP. So that's going to have a very weak close. Got about a little less than half an hour to the day until we get to the close today, but looking like a very weak candle today on the daily chart. As far as the financials go, we're just a little bit better to sell. But really nothing here on volume that has a signal. Bank of America is trading some pretty good volume, about 1.5 times its typical run rate, but it's not giving us a signal today. The energy names a little bit better for sale. ACI is having a tough day, 5% below the day's open, 2% below the VWAP. We've got a downside CPS in Chevron, but it's on later volume, so that's a little bit less interesting, and they've had some more volume with it. Moving on to the generals. The generals are, as you can see from the open close deviations, a little bit stronger than the Nasdaq side. Right now the ES futures are up about 7 handles, while the NQ side is flat. Best Buy, we've got a downside CPS sell signal on increased volume, so that's going to be on my list for tomorrow. Caterpillar has an upside signal, 1.5% above the day's open, so I'm going to keep track of that tomorrow. Disney has an upside CPS buy, and that's on some decent volume as well. So those are names I'm going to be focusing on for tomorrow. Housing names are fairly weak today. We've got a couple of camouflage sell signals. We've got one in DHI and also one in Hovnanian. If you like the high dollar stocks, NVR has a downside CPS sell signal. That's 1.5% below the day's open. Transports are pretty strong here across the board. Definitely one of the standout groups today so far. We've got upside CPS buy signals in UPS, UNP, Norfolk, and FedEx. The FedEx is on a volume bump, and it's almost 3% above the day's open. And finally onto the commodity names. These are a little bit sluggish here, a little bit for sale. We've got a differential sell signal in Mosaic and also potash, and they're kind of in the same space. So definitely keep an eye on those. They're both positive on the day still, but they've pulled significantly off the day's high. So those could see some downside tomorrow and a potential reversal. ACH trading good volume. Keep an eye on that one as well. All right, as always, thanks for listening, and this has been Rich for tradesight.